Can you maybe explain a little bit to me why you decided to come today?
I thought it would be good for me to come now, I guess, because I feel like everything's growing inside of me, and I don't like it, so I really don't want it to keep growing. But I just feel like right now in my life, I'm being pulled in so many directions, and I feel like I'm running so quickly, and my kids don't listen to me, and my husband, I feel like, isn't doing anything to help, whether with them, whether around the house. Like, I feel like I'm all alone, and nobody's helping me, and yet I'm always the one that gets everything done. But like, I'm starting to get really angry inside.
Okay.
And I don't like the feeling. And as I get more angry, I feel like I'm starting to take it out on people, like especially my kids. Even at work, I kind of, lost it for a second, and it's very unlike me, and that's when I kind of thought to myself, I gotta get a handle on this. I don't know what to do, I don't like it.
Understand.
And I feel like totally overwhelmed.
What I hear you saying though is that you are handling a lot, it seems. You mentioned work, you have kids, you're married, sounds like you're running a household as well.
I mean,
So
I guess
how are
I
you doing
did.
all of that?
I sometimes I wonder how I'm doing all of it, but I guess like I said, it gets done. And sometimes I'm actually impressed with myself now that you say it, that I do get it done. But I don't want to feel angry about what other people do or don't do, or that I'm the only one getting it done. And I don't like what it's doing otherwise.
Right.
But I can see how, when I start to look at it, I guess it is a lot.
And so far, you've been handling it. How long has this been going? How long have you been balancing all of this?
I guess I've been somewhat balancing it for as long as I can remember, and I'm not sure exactly why now it's becoming more of an issue. I have increased my hours at work, which is giving me less time, I guess, at home. So maybe that's affected everybody.
So you've been doing this for several years, is a fair thing to say.
But I feel like I was more successful in past years. I don't know that I have a better handle on it than I do right now.
Let me ask you a question, and this might seem a little bit strange at first, but let's say after you leave here, you go home and you make dinner, get your kids to bed, make sure they do their homework.
Sounds like a normal night.
Your normal night, your normal routine, and you go to bed. And something happens overnight where it's a complete miracle, and when you wake up tomorrow, your life is going to be exactly how you want it to be. And this problem that you're describing is no longer going to be there. What would that look like for you?
What would that look like for me? The kids are gone, maybe?
Well, maybe
No,
not.
I mean, that wouldn't be what I want, but
No.
it could solve some of it. My husband's gone.
What if when you wake up tomorrow morning, and you start your normal day, and you start your normal routine, what would look different? What would make you start to realize that something had changed, that this miracle had happened?
I guess, actually, if I could visualize it, I would probably say, everybody woke up and did what they were supposed to do in the morning. They got dressed, they were ready on time, they had their bags packed, they got their snacks together if they needed them, or gym clothes, or whatever they needed. That, my husband made breakfast, maybe, because I feel like I'm always trying to make what everybody wants and pack lunches, and so maybe like he was handled, and maybe even kind of had everything organized for me, and we were on time. There wasn't that feeling of being praised, but they were all just ready and knew what they had to do, and I think that that would probably be the first thing that I would notice immediately upon waking up. I think that if that had happened, a lot of the verbal discussions in the morning and this angst and the way that the day gets started would totally be different.
And would that carry on to the rest of your day? Like from there you would go to work? Is that your typical routine?
Yes, and I do think it probably would have an effect, because right now I get to work and I'm frazzled. I feel like I'm frazzled before I even get there. That sometimes it could take me almost till lunch to like kind of take it down a notch just from the chaos from the morning.
And then what would happen the rest of your day? Like maybe when you leave work and come home? What would be different?
What would be different would be, things around the house would be straightened up, cleaned up. I wouldn't come home to mounds of laundry and garbage that needs to be taken out, and possibly like dinner made. I guess the kids sitting down doing their homework without fighting, maybe whether we all did it together or, it just didn't have to be that fight. So I think it would carry through. I mean, that seems like a dream.
So let me ask you another question on top of that one. A best friend or sibling or someone close to you, say this miracle happened, what would they recognize in you to know that this miracle had happened, or the situation?
I guess the first thing that they would see, and it probably depends on if it's a friend or maybe a family member, but the first thing they would probably see is that I was just calmer. I think not so uptight, not so on edge. Possibly that I had a tiny bit of time, maybe, whether to make a phone call, whether to meet you for coffee, just that they would be like, wow, what's different? Why can you, so happy to hear from you, but I can't believe you found the time, or something like that, I think would be probably the first thing that they would notice.
So it sounds like you would end up having a little more time for yourself.
I think so.
So if you can think of recent times, when do you think, or maybe it could still be years ago that this happened, what is the closest that this has happened? What scenario, or how long has it been since maybe you've had that time for yourself?
I guess actually, you say that, probably the most recent time was over like the Christmas, New Year's holiday, where I was able to take a few days off from work, and the kids also didn't have school, and I found that just in general, things just worked a lot better. Everybody was maybe more communicative, less fighting, and I guess probably also gave me a little time, because I do remember that, during those few days, I did actually meet a friend that I hadn't seen in a while for coffee. And, it wasn't for very long, but, it was just that moment that I took, maybe.
So it sounds like it wasn't too long ago that you had a little bit of a break, or a little snapshot of what it could be.
Right.
So let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is the absolute worst and 10 is the greatest that it could be, where are things right now, do you think, for you?
I think probably they're around a 6. I mean, they're not horrible. I'm getting it done for the most part. Everybody's happy. But I certainly wouldn't want them to stay this way or possibly continue to drop, because that wasn't that long ago where I might have said, hey, that we're in a need or something, So probably around a 6 right now.
Okay. Now what could we do, that could maybe get you back to an 8? What kind of things do you think that we could come up with, or maybe some goals that we could work on to get you back to that level?
I mean, I guess from what we stated, the ideal situation would start at the beginning of the day. And that does have a play on somewhat the rest of the day. That maybe there'd be a way that I would be able to maybe fix that morning time of getting ready.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether alarm clocks or maybe little things like even laying out outfits the night before or packing backpacks, which I try, but sometimes they argue with me. But maybe there's a way to have a lot of that stuff done so that it does look like that picture that I created.
So what we could start on is focusing just on that time frame, just on the morning routine, and maybe making a few changes to have that effect on the rest of the day, the positive change. So like you said, maybe alarm clocks. Do the kids use alarm clocks now, or are you responsible for waking them up?
My older ones do, but my younger one does not. And with him, it actually, it's difficult.
Just excuse me for a moment so I can put the lights back on.
There they are. At least
Sorry
it's
about that
it's a
technical-
go green.
Technical difficulty. So you said the older kids.
That's what I need, is some lighting. Maybe a little light
That
out.
was a sign.
That was a sign.
Yes. So-
And maybe that is the way that I should actually, maybe it's just merely using the lights,
Mhm.
because it's bedtime now and all the lights go out, and you know what, maybe that would be a routine that would help. And even in the morning, maybe the process that I go through in waking them, which takes a long time, and I sit there and maybe I just walk in and say, it's time to get up and turn on the lights, and that would shrink the amount of time it takes me in the morning to go from kid to kid to kid and get them going, So maybe that is actually something,
I think too, maybe there's something that you could work out with your family, to say, you know what, if you can get yourself up and get dressed within a certain amount of time, maybe they can get rewarded for that too, but really, you're also getting a reward from that. So, there's some things and some changes that you can work on in your morning that will work out.
Yeah. And I can see now how you presented that, by focusing on the morning right now and, if we can get that underway, that will have an effect on the day, I was just thinking to myself, maybe I can have, assign one of them to take out the garbage. And whether I reward them or not or whatever, it's just, we all have to chip in. And I think that would help me to feel as though I'm not doing it all alone.
Right.
Where, they're all sitting around,
And I think if you focus on small goals at a time, and as you reach those goals, then you can focus on something else that possibly can improve or change. But if you make the small steps, then eventually you can move up that scale to an 8.
And I do think that with the small steps, I think that the rest of the family would be able to handle it without, seeing this huge change and then fight the change. Whereas this way, they might not even realize it's a change. It's just kind of a slow progression.
Right.
So, I do think, it does, I feel a little bit kind of more relieved actually. And I kind of had this vision of how it could be. So.
Well, that sounds great. So, I'm glad you came in today, and it sounds like, we have some goals set up, some homework, basically for you to do. And the next time that we meet, we can actually start off and talk about what actually has improved and what's better this week than it was last week, and see how you're feeling about that.